I've returned. Welcome to my lair. My name is Obendrath. I shall be your most grim guardian. I reminisced when I was a newbie once. I was remarkably receptive, regardful, and reckless. So I thought I'd relay some reminders on how rookies can refrain from realizing rifts in their progress.
Wait a minute. May I say something?
Who are you, and how did you surpass my security? My lair is locked.
Locked? If that was a lock, then I'm a professional voice actor.
Good for nothing piece of...
Anyway, I'd like to say something to the parents of the children who play this game.
Parents?
Yeah, don't you have parents?
I lost mine since the day I was born.
Right. Anyway, Dragon Tamer is a free-to-play game. With that said, it may come with microtransactions that your kids might be taking part in, especially if you have your credit card linked to your Google account. From one parent to another, you have to know what your kids are doing as they play these types of games. I don't mean watch them like a hawk, but just understand how they're spending their time in the game. If it isn't Dragon Tamer, it could be similar games like Cookie Run Kingdom, Genshin Impact, or other titles with a gacha mechanic. This gacha mechanic is a common trend that entails some light gambling, where your kids may spend a premium currency in an attempt to get a character, item, upgrade, or anything they might want. It's not a bad mechanic for players who understand how it works, but for most kids, this could get addictive and would cause some problems in the future if left unchecked. Please talk to them and check on them every now and then. They can enjoy the game without spending anything, and all it takes is patience if they really want to play it. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, since my friend here will explain how newbies can fall into early game traps while playing Dragon Tamer. Isn't that right?
That is correct, but I am not your friend, you frivolous fool.
Touchy as always. One more thing, parents. If you're feeling adventurous, try playing the game yourself. It may be a little bit to take in, but trust me, once you understand how these things work, you'll be able to talk to your kids better about all this. I'll be taking my leave now. Bye!
Note to self, dig a deeper moat and fill it with poison-spewing pig monsters. As our erratic envoy said earlier, I will indeed be talking about common mistakes and traps that newbies in Dragon Tamer fall prey to. I was a newbie once, and I certainly learned the hard way. Let's not drag this on any longer. Gems are a commodity already quite difficult to obtain, and as such, saving them up for essential elements will be extremely helpful if you spend them when you find what you need. I sympathize with you when I see my dragons breeding for several hours on end, but instead of fueling my frustrations, I see this as an incentive for rave-worthy results. Think of it this way: good things come to those who wait. Getting a legendary dragon shouldn't be a source of sadness and stress due to the long waiting times. It should be a reason for revelry and rejoicing. You managed to get something that only has a 1% chance of appearing. But this shouldn't be a cause for you to spend gems on it either. Anytime you breed a dragon or hatch dragon eggs, don't spend your gems to rush them. Just pass the time until they've hatched. Likewise, avoid using gems in the shops where you refresh stock or even your farms or ruins. This also means that you shouldn't spend these on speeding up the space-time altar every time you summon, sacrifice, or strengthen. Don't get me started on upgrading buildings or clearing out debris. If you can't wait for a space-time key, don't speed it up by buying one. Basically, do not speed anything up. The key here is to keep yourself preoccupied. Go on an adventure, fight in the arena, climb Mystic Mountain, cut through the forest of sprites, read a book, play another video game. Do your chores, cook something, watch your favorite anime.
Go to the church and ask God to forgive you.
Do something else if you can't wait for your legendary dragon. Time flies when you're having fun after all. Lastly, while it is truly tempting to try summoning in the Summoner's Cave, do not spend for this either. Scrolls are superior gem savers, as 100 gems can bring you far if used right. Fight that feeling of finding a new dragon in the cave. Make use of your summoning scrolls instead. Now that you know how to pass the time while you're waiting for anything in Dragon Tamer, I'm sure you're wondering where you should be spending your gems. Gems are indeed quite the commodity if you'd like to replay the previous part of this video, but what exactly should you be spending these on? The most introductory of these items would be improving your island's functionality. Your hatchery will require gems to be upgraded, and buying an extra worker for the island will surely hold off any hovering headaches. If your hatchery is big enough and you've saved at least 1,000 gems, you can buy a dragon tree. This extra breeding ground will be quite useful during limited-time breeding events. Granted that we now have the Yggdrasil, you will need to save these for decor. Some decorations are devilishly deluxe in price, and thus spending your gems on these will help increase the ambience levels of your island. Once you have unlocked mythic dragon brands, the sacred altar next to the space-time altar can change the stats of a mythic dragon brand. Upon choosing a dragon brand with stats you want to change, you will need to select a sacrificial dragon brand to start the process. This is purely at the roll of a dice, but 50 gems spent in the name of developing your dragon's dominance in the battlefield is a worthy price to pay. There is also climbing Mystic Mountain itself. As your dragons grow stronger, so do the enemies that meet you up the mountain. Your dragons will eventually falter if they aren't fit for the fight. Galvanizing them with gems when they have fallen will give you a running start, as they are bestowed with a buff to their stats after doing this. Mystic Mountain will be quite an important and intimidating investment, since Blade, Clay, Thunderclap, and Wave Crystals can only be bought with Mystic tokens.
Poor.
Eventually, you will also need growth certificates to strengthen your dragon's skills. This is one way of greatly increasing the power of your dragons. There are plenty more ways you can spend your gems properly, but these are bits and pieces of it all. Now listen well, young Tamer, for I will impart some important information onto you. If you're starting out with no idea what to do, explore the game. Do not focus on becoming strong yet. Discover, deduce, dig deep into what the game has to offer you, and have fun while you do it. While all of the other tamers around you are busy struggling to get the next new legendary dragon, do not fear missing out. Work with who you have and build up your strength. I recommend watching my first video if you wish to know more. The link lurks in the description. The key to becoming a great dragon tamer is not how many battles you've won or how many dragons you have. It's knowing who they are and learning from all the mistakes you have made. This video isn't an edict for the egregious or the eminent. It's a guide for those who only seek true power, the power of wisdom. You won't win every battle. You won't have the perfect team. You won't have the strongest dragon. Wherever you might be, there will always be someone better than you, and they will be ready to defeat you when they have the chance. After being crushed, what you should do now is pick up what broken pieces lay about and keep building yourself up with those broken pieces. Your wisdom from defeat will let you make more desirable decisions both in battle and out of it. Listen not to your naysayers and keep doing what you are doing. In the end, you will become the best dragon tamer you can be. This is a powerful promise. I've been away from this channel for long, but rest assured, I will continue churning out more videos in the near future. There will be more dragons to be appreciated, combat tips, and a swell of strategy for this special game of ours. If you'd like to receive more ways to become better, thwack that thumbs up, smite that subscribe button, and bash that bell until we meet again.